Hey you guys, Misty here today. I'm going to be trying out the Bianyo Sketchliner pens, and I'm going to show you this set in the book here. I have one color Mystery Dots Shershneva book, and I'm seeing a flower on this page here a little bit. You can turn it around and see it. You can probably see the flower right there. So let's find a good point up for this. Good pinpoint. Okay, so I have, let's see, I have 7 in the set, and then I got this pretty case here. I'm going to try this one first. This is 1.0. Alright, this is good for the smaller circles. This is one reason why I got these pens, because I wanted to use them in this book. These circles are hard to stay in the line with just any kind of marker, and my circles was looking messy a little bit because it was hard to keep it line. So really, my advice in these books on the smaller circles, and you have some bigger circles, but these are smaller. Yeah, definitely use 1.0. Very good for the really small circles. So this is very nice to have for this book. And all these are smaller. I'm going to use the 1.0 for the smaller section here. I'll link these pens in case you guys want to order them. I highly suggest it. Ordering this set with this book here. Much better for me, that's for sure. I've tried gel pens in this book. I've used gel pens. Gel pens right here. Gel pens also does good. Gel pens. I don't like the markers I used for a page in here. This page was really hard to do with the marker I used. I cannot remember which marker it was. I've done this page recently, but it was very, very hard to color the whole circle. I had a really hard time with it. Alright, now these are 0.3. I think I'll still, well, let's see, 0.3, pretty good for the larger circles. Okay. And doing this, it'll give us an idea of the different points we can use when coloring. Did I put my cardstock down? Okay. Much easier coloring for me using these. That's a fact. In this book, that's what I would want to use them for, would be in here doing these circles. Maybe too going in when I color and add some detail with these will work good also. Because it's black. I have tried the gel pens for details that's black. It's okay, but it's not the best for me. I'm not going out of the lines at all using these, and that's what I used to worry about when I did these books and colored in them. That kind of kept me away from coloring the pages because I was afraid I'd go out of the circle, and I was afraid I couldn't get it right, you know, perfect, or it wouldn't look right. 0.5, now this is 0.5 right here. 0.5 also would be great for the bigger, you know, circles. And like I said, the 1.0 is best for small circles. I like Bianyo. They're a really good company. The pastels I have is absolutely wonderful. And I just recently discovered them. And I love the way the pastels go down on paper. Colored some with the pastel Bianyos in a Cozy Christmas book. And that was really nice doing that. Very nice. Good, very good for me. 1.0. Okay, here's the 1.0 again. This would be for the smaller circles. The 0.4 we have here. As you go up in the numbers, you use them for the larger circles. Not for the smaller, but for the larger. So this is really, really great. I have two more to try out too with you guys too here. I'm just coloring in circles, guys. That's what I'm doing. Okay. This one is 0.2. I'm going to go with the smaller circles also for 0.2. Yep, I'm going to do that. Okay, smaller circle here. Very nice. It doesn't look messy. Looks good and clean. Using these tips. Yeah, sometimes it is hard to get the circles perfect. It really is. The more you do it, you know, color with whatever you use, it's hard to stay within the circle. This reminds me of the time we was in school and doing the test that was circles, filling the circles with the number 2 pencil. And I always enjoyed coloring in the circles with number 2, for goodness sake. And that was really exciting to me. Buying number 2 pencils for the test. I can't remember what was the test called. Do you guys remember what the test was called? Where you used the number 2 pencils? Most of the time the test was pretty easy. Sometimes you'd have some off-the-wall hard questions, but most of the time, you know, that wasn't too bad. Didn't seem like. All right, now this is 0.05. I'm using this for the larger circles. I'm filling in the white here that I'm missing, covering it up. I wonder if Shershneva is still going to make books or not. Her books was really good. Let's try the larger circle with this. I'm using this it's working good for the smaller circles and the bigger circles. This number here, 0.05. These pens are good for sketching and drawing too. If you draw and sketch, this is a good set to get. Very nice feel of pens too. The pens are made really nice. So I'm enjoying these. These are really wonderful for this. And you have to be in the mood to work in the circle books. You have to be in the mood to do it. You can't just sit down and say, well, I'm gonna do this today, or you have to be in the mood to do it. Yep. Now, I messed up in this book because it's one color, and I went in and decided to use different colors instead of just one color. So I messed the page up doing that. So that's all the pins. They all worked good. Well, under this light here, I can see if I missed a little spot and color it in, but so far I'm doing pretty good, not missing a spot. Let's see, I like the 1.0. This is the 1.0 right here for the really small circle. And we do have some of these right here, the smaller circles. Okay, let me scoot down so I can let me zoom out just a little bit here. Maybe it's not zoomed out too much. I'll see if you can see me coloring this. Oh, it's better zoomed in. I like this 1.0. And then I switch back to where is it? .5 I like for the bigger circles. Very nice. I like it. Wish there was another one of these in the set. 2 of them. 0.5. Very nice. My favorite, I'd say. You can use these on all the circles here. Pretty good. These, I said these, didn't I? You can use this one pretty good on all the circles, guys. The ochre is coming out. I need to go outside and check it, see if there's any more that's come out in a minute. The ochre. And I'm just about squashed out. The squash is still coming out, but I'm burned down on it. I think I hear Glenda mowing grass. I have to remember that I'm zoomed in here, guys. So I ordered Rick Springfield shirts off of Temu, and I hate it that Temu has went to local sellers. They hardly have any shirts you can buy on the, Temu site. You get the local sellers, and then you pay an arm and a leg, it seems like. But I bought 3 shirts for $35, and there was one of them was $12 because Margaret needed a bigger size, and Dwayne wanted to buy her shirt. So the largest size was about $12. And the other 2, I went in and got a medium, and Dwayne got a X. I think he wears a large, but I wanted a big size shirt, like a 2X. I couldn't tell him nothing, so that's what he wanted. And so yeah, 3 shirts was about $35, and he bought those. And then he wanted a Rick Springfield cap. Now that was on Temu. It was custom made. They had to make the cap, I reckon, and they wouldn't let me order unless I added $20 to the cap or whatever to get the order. So I ordered 2 bracelets and a Practical Magic shirt. I hope to goodness medium will fit me. If they don't fit, then I'll know to get a large next time. It's just, you just don't know. I ordered a while back some shirts off of Temu, and it was polyester. They fit all right, but they was kind of tight around the sleeve area. But these are, I hope Practical Magic was cotton. And I do believe Rick Springfield shirts are supposed to be cotton. It's like a 1980s tour shirt, and they're more expensive on Amazon. And then Dwayne wanted to get Margaret a Jesse's Girl shirt, so we got that. I won't buy a shirt at the concert unless it has the casino written on the back or something like that. That's the only way that I'll get one, because they'll be more expensive. And there's a shirt on there. It's not Temu, it's local sellers, local warehouse. Rick Springfield and Richard Marx together on stage. That was a nice shirt, but it didn't like it as good as the Rick Springfield tour shirt from the 80s. It's white, so hopefully I won't get something on it. It said the shirts will arrive in like 5 days, but now the Temu orders would take about 2 weeks to get. And yeah, this company Dwayne's working for now, they try to save every dollar they can. Now this is really bad. Him and Margaret worked on the 4th of July, and they were supposed to get time and a half, and they didn't. They didn't get it. And he's also losing $120 every time on his check now, since he's with this new company. Every 2 weeks he's losing $120. It's been so hard since that company took over with his check, and they're so tight. I mean, it's awful to work for a company that's tight in this day and time, because it takes so much money for anything. They did not pay him for the working the 4th, guys. That's really bad. So he told Ray about it. Ray's over housekeeping, and I hope Ray can get something done. That's really bad to work for a company like that. And Dwayne and Margaret both works hard. Margaret got more money when she's, they wanted to. That's when the other place was still in order before the new company took over. They paid her more to stay there. Dwayne's still making what he's making. Margaret's making more. And yeah, we're having a hard time, it seems like, since he's losing money, and then he lost his good insurance. He lost it, but he was able to get some insurance with another place. But he don't have hospital insurance now. He don't have it. So just pray that he will get his, that it'll get better. It's really bad, like I said, to work for a company that is cheap. It's good to work for a company that doesn't care to pay money and that will help you. But I can't tell Dwayne anything, because regardless, he wants to stay right there at that job, which I'm thankful he's working, but he wants to stay right there. And it's not right, too. They've cut him $120 probably every 2 weeks he gets paid, because he has to take an hour lunch break now. Instead of 30 minutes, he has to take an hour lunch break and lose money. Yep. Margaret paid me for her ticket. She paid Dwayne today, gave Dwayne the money. And I used the credit card for our tickets. 2 tickets was about $250, but it's well worth it to me for the floor tickets. So yeah, I use the credit. Sometimes credit card comes in handy. I know that's not really something you really need it for. Most of the time we use it for car trouble or pets. But I wanted to go see a concert, so I just used the credit card. I'm going to take the money Margaret gave me. Her ticket was $129. I'm going to take it Monday and go to town and put it in the bank and pay the card with that, because I used the card to pay for her ticket also. Okay, now I'm going to go back and use the 0.1 right here. I'm going to try it out on these smaller circles again. Okay, that's a bigger circle. Right here's a smaller circle. And I'll probably have to save $400 for the sugar glider to get one in Tennessee. Hopefully I can get a female. And I need to go to the dentist and get my teeth cleaned. But it's very important to me to try to find my sugar glider friend. So I'm going to have to put off the dentist until make appointment after I go to Tennessee for the sugar glider. Probably it'll be about $180 for the dentist, because they'll probably want to do x-rays. So I'm trying to put it off as long as I can. I usually go twice a year, but I really want to get a sugar glider. That's, it's so expensive, $400. But what can you do? I cannot find one around here. I went on Facebook last night looking again, and I can't find anything. Yeah, this 0.1 doesn't do as good for the larger circles, so it's best just to stick with smaller circles for that. And I'm going back to my favorite here, 0.05. Okay, that looks good on camera so you guys can see. That's nice. Yeah, I really should have colored my my first Kirby page on camera. I really should have done that. I do regret that I didn't. It took me all day though. I'd have to make several parts coloring a page, and I like to just sit and get a page done, even if it takes a little while. Probably a 2-page spread would take probably 3 or 4 days, but the 1-page took me about all day because I started around 10 that morning, finished probably around 5 in the evening on the Kirby page. But yeah, I really should have done that because that was a nice experience, my first Kirby page, and I should have shared it with you guys coloring in it. I was kind of nervous too because I was afraid I'd mess up, so that's one reason why I didn't do it on camera. That's where I make a lot of my mistakes, is on camera. Not off camera, but on camera. And I finished a book yesterday. I colored 3 or 4 pages all day on in the book Who Is This by Jennifer Rowland. Finally finished that book. I started it a while back, and I have 2 copies because I bought another copy because I messed up on a page. So if I want to color a page again on camera, I'll have it, like the Johnny Depp page. You know, I can do it, color it with you guys, because the pages are really good. The Johnny Depp, I'll have the book. And I have a short. I was thinking about maybe doing a video and showing, you know, talking and showing the pages too, but right now you can go on my shorts and see the flip. Not sure really if I will. See, once I make a short showing my finished book, it's hard for me to want to sit down and do a flip and talk about when I colored the page. I don't know if people likes that or not, or if people prefers the flip. You know, it's hard to know what people likes. Yeah, these two right here is my favorites in this set here, definitely. The 0.05 and the 0.1. Winners for me. All of them are really nice, but that's my 2 favorites out of this set. Yeah, I highly recommend it. This is a really, even if, you know, if you want to draw, this is beautiful pens for that. Sketch, because this is a Sketchliner. Whatever you want to use it for, I guess, go for it. Something's wrong with Casper's leg. He's hopping a little. It's his back leg. He doesn't act like he's hurting or anything, but he's just hopping some. And when I took him to the vet last time he got his checkup, they said he had bad arthritis. And I give him a joint pill every day, so I'm sure that helps him. Yeah, when you get to doing these circles, it's hard to do this right. And somebody left a comment saying, oh, that looks so messy. Well, try doing it. Sit down and try doing it, and you'll see. And I wasn't using these pens either. I was using what pens I could get that I had in the living room there. I was just using them. You know, try it yourself and see if you can get it perfect, because you're not going to get a circle perfect when you're coloring, you know, over and over like this in it. And also somebody left a comment. I was doing X method on page, and they're like, oh, you ruined the artist, you just ruined it. And I deleted them because apparently they didn't understand the X method. It's not ruining the artist's work, It's just the method I prefer doing, and the picture comes out beautiful. If the picture didn't come out good, I wouldn't do the X method, but the pictures turn out good, so that's why I do it. And I'm not ruining the artist's work by doing that. You know, that it didn't bother me in any way what they said. I just thought, well, they do not understand the concept of the X method. They don't understand the concept of coloring or the X method. Same way with the person that commented about the circles. You know, they don't understand it either. They're not doing it. Coloring is what you want to do. If I want to do the X method, I do the X method. It's your decision. That's right. It is your decision what you want to do. I'm glad I put down my cardstock for this. Oh, I was like, oh no, I hope it's not raining, because I thought I heard it raining and the sun shining. Yeah, I could have got a sugar glider from that girl in Waynesville for $200 if she would have done me right. She was going to charge me $200, and that's the one I went over there and she never showed up. And I really, you know, it doesn't look like I'm going to find one less than $400. I really would like to. Chloe only paid $80 for her. Now, Cookie, the white one, I paid about $3.50 for her. It's because she's white, she's platinum. But I'm sure that, I believe the guy in the flea market's charging $400 for the brown standard gray sugar glider. That's, you know, he's charging $400. I don't know how much he's paying for sugar glider. Probably not as much, and then he's turning around and selling them for more. And that is a lot of money for sugar glider, but what can you do? You know, I want Cookie to be able to, they need a companion with them. She needs a friend with her, and I don't want her to be lonely. Some people would just be like, oh, it's okay, and not try to help her, but I always try my best to be good to my animals. And right now I have Cookie with me. She's under my shirt. Now in the morning she's hyper. When I get her out first thing, she's really hyper. So what I do is I put her back up in her cage and then wait a couple hours and get her out, and she's calmed down and fine. She stays underneath my shirt in my bra. That's where she's at. She's in my bra, asleep in my bra. She's my bra baby. That's what sugar gliders are. They're bra babies. Once you get them to loving you, and they will sleep in your bra. Yep, they will. They will sleep in your bra. And she's not as friendly as my other sugar gliders, but still I'm thankful that I have her, because I love sugar gliders. It wouldn't be the same not having one, because I love having one in the house with me in the cage here. I do enjoy it. I'm using the 0.5. Yes, that's what I'm using. I'm getting this done quicker with these pens, guys, to be honest. This is getting done faster to have good pens. And I wish I'd bought another pastel set when they had Amazon Prime Day, but I didn't. I don't know if they was on sale that day, but I should have bought another set. They could have been. I didn't check because I like them so well. I've tried Ohuhu, pastels, and Kelly Arts, and I prefer the vinyl markers the best. So definitely remember Bianyo. Bianyo markers or anything Bianyo, you know, certain things, very good product. Oh, I hope it's not raining. No. You know, the other day when I was talking to you guys, I kept mentioning about those towels. I was worried about it, and I was like, well, it's okay. I mentioned 2 or 3 times about them, about the towels. Can't really see much of the flower. A little bit. There's some, but not much. I haven't colored much Christmas this month, guys. I just haven't been in a Christmas mood. Me and Livy did some Christmas pages that I really, really enjoyed. Me and her coloring together. And also I colored, I planned on doing more Christmas pages in Such and Such Diva because I have a quote book that I really, really like that's Christmas. But I just can't get into it much, Christmas. Oh yeah, I hear Glenda mowing grass. When she's not cleaning, when she's off, she gets out and mows grass. Sweet Glenda does. She's never been to a concert before, and this is really funny. When I asked her, I said, do you want to go with us to the concert? She said, I'm scared. I'm scared to do it. And I told Dwayne, I said, she's probably never been to a concert. And no, she probably hasn't. She's scared, she said, to go. And I just asked her, you know, if she wanted to. But Margaret did. She wanted to go. And I forgot to tell you guys, one concert that I saw was in 2007, Smashing Pumpkins. That's one I forgot to mention. I was right at stage during that concert. It was very good. I saw Billy Corgan up close and the drummer. And then they had 2 different band members that time. And my Uncle James was going to go, and he put a seat. No, he was going to go, and he had back trouble. He was still alive, but he died that year. It was like in July. And he was going to go with me. I had him a ticket, and he couldn't go because he had back trouble. So he had to back out. So my brother Greg went with me. And then James died in October. He was working on a house and fell off a roof and died in a hole he fell. And he was very talented. He was only 43 when he died. He was very talented at drawing. So that is a concert I forgot to tell you guys about. Greg got to see the Smashing Pumpkins twice because he had some tickets another time. So he got to go 2 times and see them. I was like, after I did the video, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell people about seeing the Smashing Pumpkins. Forgot about that concert. I have seen Merle Haggard. He sang with Bob Dylan when he was alive. And then Madpole, M-A-D-P-O-L-E, Madpole, something like that. They sang with the Wallflowers. Oh, Lone Star? Did I tell you guys? I don't think. And Tracy Byrd. I forgot to tell you guys. I've seen Tracy Byrd in concert. And Lone Star. Yes, that was a long time ago. But that's one concert I went to. I forgot to tell you. It was very good. Yep. I'm glad I remembered that. Lone Star and Tracy Byrd. So if you guys have been to any concerts, let me know and type in the comment section and let me know who you've seen in concert. I would like to know. That would be interesting. Alright guys, I really enjoyed making this video. I really enjoyed it, and I will be back again with another one. I love y'all very much. Have a good day, everybody.